Yo, welcome back, guys. If you guys really want to support this channel, I suggest head over to our Patreon page, check out our weekly awards. I don't do monthly awards. Heck no, I offer you guys weekly awards. Well, hey guys, and welcome back to more League of Legends Champion Tales. My name is Kat, and today we are checking all about Akali. Yes, I have actually done a few videos on Akali before, and I know some of you do love her and main as her. So this is going to be very interesting to me to learn more about her lore, since we did cover her on Saturday Spotlight. Spotlight Saturdays, always say it wrong. Don't even know the name of my own show. But if you guys haven't checked out Spotlight Saturdays yet, it is every single Saturday. We actually go and react to some of the lore behind the characters of League, based on their gameplay, their abilities, and everything. Like, we have a lot of shows based on League of Legends, basically. So, like, we got League of Legends Champion Tales, we got a regular reaction series, Spotlight Saturdays, where it covers more about the gameplay, and also my highlights of actually playing League. So today we're going to jump in right into Akali. Just so you guys know, there's a few announcements before we start the show, which is check all the links in the description down below for more shows, more exclusive series on Patreon, on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and a lot of other links that you guys can find some awesomeness, awesome goodies. Yeah, but anyway guys, let's just jump into Akali, because she seems to be a very intriguing character. I loved learning about her on Spotlight Saturdays and about her gameplay. I would love to test her out one day. And if you guys do main as her, just let me know. And also, I will leave a link in the description where you can find Akali's champion page directly on the universe section on League of Legends. And there's some noise going on outside, don't know what it's going on. But anyway, this is all about Akali. So for those of you who main as Akali or love Akali, this episode goes out to you. So let's see, she is the rogue assassin, as we have learned. So you don't want to mess with her. She'd be creeping around different corners. You're gonna be like, girl, I don't want to mess with you. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. So Akali, if you look dangerous, you better be dangerous. Ooh, very true. I mean, the thing is too, if you look a certain way, it shouldn't go by appearance or anything, but it should be cool to cosplay as. If you guys cosplay as Akali, let me know. So related champions, we have Kennen, we have Shen, and we have Zed. Oh, there's more. And we also have Jin. So I have not actually learned much about these guys, which is, I'm gonna guess they're some kind of like assassin slash ninja type thing. Not actual ninja, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, let's see. We have her biography we have to read. Her role is, of course, an assassin. So I guess the related champions are also assassins as well. Her region, Ionia, one of my favorite regions. In Runeterra, and also her game info. But before we do that, let's just explore the page. So, short story, Leaving Welly? Well, and this is by Michael McCarthy. Oh wow, she doesn't have much. Wow, she doesn't have that much on her page. So we're gonna take our time with her on this one. So I love by the way, I love Ionia's symbol as well. It kind of looks like a little dragonish type thing. Also, I'm getting a new, so you guys can see more of this as well. I'm going to be getting a wall mount for my camera. So a lot of our streams will also have like this like mounted look to it. That will be happening soon, just to let you guys know who have been requesting that for a long time.
Welcome everybody to the Riot Games Champion Spotlight, featuring Akali, the Fist of Shadow.
The Fist of Shadow.
Akali plays as a ninja assassin, dashing in and out of battles and dealing tons of damage.
Wow,
she's intended to be a hybrid damage slash ability power champion, as her passive gives her bonus damage on attacks depending on ability power, but also gives your spells lifesteal depending on how much damage you've built up. Mark of the Assassin is a great harassing and farming tool, especially if you can trigger the bonus damage by attacking your target. Twilight Shroud is a must-have in larger battles, letting you dart in and out of stealth to stay healthy.
So much different.
Crescent Slash is the main ability I use in this game, which can steal lots of health with your passive and farm minions very quickly. Her ultimate, Shadow Dance, allows you great mobility and a lot of extra damage.
The whole show and tell thing. Ooh.
I discovered this rune and mastery build after the recorded game, but the build I recommend is armor penetration marks, dodge seals, cooldown reduction glyphs, 2 health quintessences, and 1 flat damage quintessence. Combined with my masteries, a 21-9-0 set, building on everything but critical strike, I can reach my bonus damage passive with just Doran's Blade.
Nice.
As a quick note, because of the early build used to record this game, not all of the icons for Akali were final yet, but I tried to include what I could.
Oh.
At the beginning of the game, I constantly harass Amumu, trying to get him
so
lower and lower.
different.
Mark of the Assassin and
Look
Crescent
at the
Slash.
bottom.
Finally, I dive in and go for First Blood. As we dance around, the energy mechanic gives me enough regeneration to finally take him down. Now, I die in the trade, but because of First Blood, I'm ahead in gold.
That is so
and you don't gain
different.
experience while you're dead, so I'm ahead there as well.
How old is this video?
After reaching level 6,
Like-
I fight Amumu again. I use the combo of exploding 2 Marks of the Assassin, a Crescent Slash, Ignite, and a Shadow Dance for the kill.
Wow.
Garen attacks me right after. Mark of the Assassin and Crescent Slash result in
Everything
tons
has
of damage,
updated
and
so
as Dr.
much,
Mundo
my
comes to
goodness.
help, I kill him with Shadow Dance before Garen can kill me with his ultimate.
Look at how even their lives, but the
I get
bottom
caught
is what
by my
gets
enemies,
me.
forcing me to run away. But I toss a Twilight Shroud and juke around them to escape. Shen appears, and we unleash crazy damage output on Garen, with Mark of the Assassin, Crescent Slash, and Shadow Dance.
Wow.
We initiate a battle, and I run towards the back, hoping to break
Look,
up
guys,
the
like
formation.
even how
Garen
his energy
silences me,
even
so I try to run out
sounds.
of
Like, is
range
this the
and
same
throw
guy that
Twilight
usually
Shroud.
narrates the champion spotlights? Oh my god.
This allows me to pick up Amumu easily, but I get very low. Thankfully, I Shadow Dance to an enemy minion to bring me to safety.
Wow.
Another fight starts with Amumu's ultimate. I cleanse out, but I get extremely
So
low.
Akali was one of, like,
I
the
Twilight
originals.
Shroud, run up, and Shadow Dance to the lizard to get out of range.
The lizard.
I enter back in with Shroud, and blow up an enemy with Mark of the Assassin and Crescent Slash.
And were the minions always purple, or did they
Then,
change
I
them
chug my
recently to
Elixir of
red?
Fortitude and make a stab for the enemy Akali. Shadow Dance keeps me in range as she falls to my tremendous damage output.
Are they different within each region?
Our teams do battle again in bottom lane. I dive right into Garen and drop Twilight Shroud, using Mark of the Assassin and Crescent Slash to drop him very, very low.
Wow.
Amumu casts his ultimate, but I cleanse out and score a kill with Shadow Dance, and safely escape through the brush to the north. In the aftermath of the battle, Garen comes barreling towards me into the forest. As I cross the brush, I fake him out by tossing Twilight Shroud and heading up instead of to the right towards my base. You can see Garen running around confused as I teleport home. Even if he did find me, I could Shadow Dance to some minions
so
to get
cool.
away. Here's another fun trick you can pull off with Akali's skills. Garen follows me to my base, and now I know I won't make it past him, so I Twilight Shroud to force the enemy minions forwards. Then, as they push past him, I Shadow Dance to safety, directly behind Garen.
Oh, that's funny.
Finally, we can see that even without Cleanse, Akali can deal great damage, even while rooted by Amumu. I dive onto the enemy ninja, and through various spell casts get her extremely low. As I get injured, I disengage and head upwards.
Don't even touch a Mumu because you'll just die.
But I Shadow Dance back in to pick up the kill. Thanks for tuning in to the Akali Champion Spotlight. So, get on the fields of justice, because you'll be totally ninja.
Without question.
You look at League today as somebody who's a complete noob like me getting into it, and then you see the hardcore fans who's been following League since day one, and you see how much it has improved just with the look overall. That was so interesting. Like, her abilities seemed to, like, kind of slightly stay the same, but just the way it looks was different. Like, even the camera shots, the bold colors and everything. Wow. Wow, this is interesting to learn about now. But now let's move on to Akali's skin, shall we? So we have the, what she usually looks like, her default look. Got thick. Look how thick she is. Akali thick. Oh my god. So yeah, she looks like she's like just probably fell from something and making her big badass entrance here. So wow. You are cool. I wish there was a way to go through each of them. Oh my god. See, I love how their hair, like their color of their hair changes, their eyes change. This one's really cool. I like how the smoke screen is also coming out. This one looks like she is, not messed around with. I probably would like this to have her this one, but that's like, people are like shook. This guy's like praising her. These two guys are completely shook. This dude right here is like cowering for his life. Oh my god. Is she a soccer? She's a soccer player? I also like how they continuously use this thing in the back, kind of like her smoke screen. So it still resembles her character overall, but oh my god, they're soccer players. I also, my other thing that I really appreciate with Riot Games and League as when the game started to get like more of a fan base and everything, it like the fan base like grew more colorful. I mean, I know you guys say it's very toxic to play League and everything, but it got much more colorful. People were more involved with it, and they got more involved with the characters overall, instead of just worrying about the toxicity that came on with the game when you're playing the actual game. But it became much more of like a family type of thing, so they could do more funny things with their characters, such as giving them adorable outfits like this. Like, who would have thought that a ninja would become a soccer player? And she's a nurse here. So, oh, that guy is gonna die. He's dead. Like, that guy, no doubt about it. She got the needles. She is ready to destroy him. He looks completely shook. I wonder who else is back here with her. Oh, wow. Oh, that's really cool. Her little kimono and everything. I like how it's also... Ooh, when you play as her like this, does the smoke kind of like trail off of her? Yeah, I feel like Akali may have been one of the original champs because she's a lot of skins. Wow, what is this one? Just rogue? Is she just like completely rogue here? Construction worker maybe? Cool. Like that is she's very techy looking like here, but kind of monstrous at the same time. Ooh, very demonic. That's cute. They're chefs. Oh my god. Oh, I like that. I like how she's like is she chopping? I think she's chopping something. You know, she's good with her swords and everything. We know what this is. Oh man, I feel like KDA was like one of the favorites from a lot of people, but she looks awesome. Like her hair, like obviously I love Akali's style, but like her coat, everything. Oh wow, that's a cool coat. That's a nice coat. She's like, I am prestigious right now. Let's see what her story and biography is all about. She's a rogue assassin. All right, here we go. Follow along with me. It is in the description down below where you can follow along. Ionia has always been a land of wild magic, its vibrant people and powerful spirits seeking to live in harmony, but sometimes this peaceful equilibrium does not come easily. Sometimes it needs to be kept in check. The Kinko is a self-appointed keepers of Ionia's sacred balance. The Order's loyal acolytes walk the spirit of maternal realms, meditating conflicts between them, and when necessary, intervening by force. So, okay, so she is part of this force that allows them to protect Ionia, because as you know, Ionia is all about keeping the peace. So I'm gonna guess that Akali's one of her biggest goals is to protect Ionia so it can live in peace and harmony. But you know, as it said, sometimes you need to take that action when things and push comes to shove, even in the most peaceful lands, you need to take action against certain things. Born among their ranks was Akali, daughter of Mayum Joem Tethi. Oh god, here goes my butchering of the names. The renowned Fist of Shadow. Mayum and her partner Tahno raised their daughter within the Kinko Order, under the watchful leadership of the great Master Kusho, the Eye of Twilight. Ooh, very nice. Whenever her parents were called away, other members of the Order stepped in as Akali's surrogate family. Oh, that's adorable! Oh, see, this gives you more room if you do also not just main as Akali, but kind of like roleplay as her. You can like, you know, make up more of her backstory. You can like go on adventures with her surrogate type of family. Kennen, the Heart of the Tempest, spent many hours with the young girl, teaching her the Shuken techniques and emphasizing speed and agility over strength. So yeah, I mean, that's the thing. A lot of people can agree to disagree or just completely disagree that what's more important, is it strength or is it more like defenses? Like, because as you know, Ionia, they're against fighting, but sometimes it's like, this is why they want to teach her, it's like, don't just go in by complete brute force, go in by also kind of avoiding that type of violence, but also if you have to, then you inflict upon it. Akali was a precocious child and soaked up the knowledge like a sponge. It became clear to all that she would follow her parents' path, along with the great master's son and appointed successor Shen. She would lead a new generation dedicated to preserving Ionia's balance. Now that's a lot to shoulder. That is a lot to shoulder on for yourself, because if people are like, wow, you're gonna do great things, and then you're at that young age, that's a lot to shoulder. But balance can be fleeting. The Order found itself divided. Oh god. A wayward acolyte named Zed, Zed is always like in the middle of something, returned and clashed violently with the Kusho, wresting power and in a bloody coup. Oh god. Akali fled into the eastern mountains along with Mayum, Shen, Kennen, and a handful of other acolytes. Sadly, Tano was not among them. Oh no! Zed's transformation of the Kinku into the merciless Order of Shadow was almost complete. Now that's just sad. It's like someone that was once peaceful becomes completely dark. But as the new Eye of Twilight, Shen intended to rebuild what had been lost. They would return to the Kinku's 3 fundamental philosophies: the pure impartiality of watching the stars, the passage of judgment, in coursing in sun, and the elimination of imbalance of the pruning the tree. Even though they were now few, they would train Nephirites to restore the numbers once more. So I mean, it's like, you know, right now they have nobody, but they're gonna train whoever they can to get back to who they were. When Akali came of age at 14, that is very young. That is very young still. Usually it's like 15, 16. She's 14. She formally entered the Kinko training, determined to succeed her mother as the new Fist of Shadow. So she wants to succeed over her mother. That's a great goal to have. She was a prodigious fighter and mastered the Kama and Kunai and handled a handheld sickle and throwing dagger. At the age of 14, mind you. I can't even toss things around and I'm 25. Though she did not possess the magical abilities of many of her fellow acolytes, she proved to all that she was worthy of the title, in time allowing her mother to step down and help mentor the younger Nephirites. So, wow. She thinks the mother noticed, like the mother realized that it's like, you're gonna surpass me. I can already tell at this young age. So that's very, like, I mean, hopefully the mother like completely understood, because when you step down and let your daughter in and take your place, that's a huge thing to do. That's like a huge thing to take away from yourself. But Akali's soul was restless and her eyes were open. Though the Kinku and the Order of Shadow had come to an uneasy accord in the wake of the Noxian invasion of Ionia, she saw that her homeland continued to suffer. She questioned whether they were truly fulfilling their purpose. Pruning the tree was meant to eliminate those who threatened the sacred balance, yet Shen would always urge restraint. Oh no, this is gonna cause a lot of clash between them. He was holding her back. All the mantras and meditations could quiet her spirit, but such platitudes would not defeat their adversaries. Her youth of precautiousness turned into outright disobedience. Oh, she legit is going rogue. Like, she is known as the rogue assassin, but she is legit going rogue right now. She argued with Shen, she defined him, and she took down Ionia's enemies her way. I understand why she's doing this. Like, she's not understanding, still at a young age, why this is happening and why no one is taking a stand against it, because there's only so much they can do. But at the same time, going against someone, I mean, that's what makes her rogue, because it kind of makes you like, wow, she actually rebelled. She rebelled against what Shen wanted. In front of the whole order, she declared the impotence of Kinku, all its talk of spiritual balance and patience accomplishing little. Ionias were dying in the material realm, and that was the realm Akali would defend. Wow. She was trained as an assassin. She was going to be an assassin. That is very true. That is very true. If you're trained to be a certain way, you should partake in that goal. She did not need the order anymore. Shen let her go without a fight, knowing this was the path that Akali must walk alone. Perhaps that path would bring her back one day, but that would be for her to decide. So thank God he allowed her to go, because if he didn't, she probably would have won anyway. But you know, it was very like honest of her to be very forthcoming about this and say, you know, nothing is working out. Like, this is legit not working and somebody needs to do something. She, and in front of the entire order, she was able to speak up against it. So that is very brave of her, and again, such a young age. But let's read her story. This is Leaving Welly, I think. Whaley? I'm not sure. Let's see. This is by, again, Michael McCarthy. Ah! Hey! Bully! I cry out. You cut me a little deep, don't you think? I crane my head up and around the wicker mat. I am lying prone to stare right into the eyes of the Vastia kneeling over me. I can feel the blood sliding down my back. How about you be a little more careful? I add. Boily, is it Boilil? Bully pulls his quolo and muli away from my shoulder, the tools of a tattoo artist, like a hammer and chisel made from a serpent bone. Ooh. Some other animals are metal, but the serpent bones are just hollow enough to give the ink the fine line that the master like Bully demands in his work. So she's getting a tattoo right now. Ooh, that must hurt. I never got one, so that must hurt. A little more of my blood drips off the muli and onto my back. He smiles, dabs it with a swatch of old linen, and shakes his head. Then he holds up his hands and shrugs, as if to ask, "You want me to stop?" The words don't come. Noxian soldiers took most of his tongue, oh my god, long before I began coming here. That's really sad. That's really sad. But he still has probably a good personality. But I know him well enough to know what a look can say. His work is more than a fair trade for a little discomfort. Ooh. And the blood? I could take a little blood. A lot, if it's not my own. Just clean it up a little, okay? I don't think we have much time, I tell him. Boily begins to tapping the mule with the qualo, oh my god, and adding the ink. He has the best inks, rich color, made with a crushed ray cone. Oh my god, these words! Wild berries and enchanted flower petals, found in only the southern faces of the Vlokwo cliffs. I'm definitely making the video where I attempt to say all the League of Legends terminologies. He is a master, and I am honored to be his canvas. Ooh. I started coming to Whaley not long after I stopped listening to Shen. All those years of the Kinko Order. Treading carefully? No. Shen was wrong about that. About me. Restraint has never been my thing. Ooh, she's legit a rebel. I turn back around on the mat and rest my chin on top of my hands, keeping my eyes trained to the door that leads into Poli's cavern. His place is clean, but the air hangs heavy with guilt. The tavern is home to a collection of thieves, rogues, and bad decisions. Ooh. Well, you fit in perfectly then. People come to Bully to arrange a way out of Ionia, because getting into Whaley is hard, but getting out is even harder. Ooh. Whaley is a phantom port, a hidden coastal village protected by the mystical properties of Ionia. Unlike Phalor, she doesn't welcome outsiders, and you won't find her on the maps. Should Whaley appear at all, it is always on her own terms, daring people into doing very dumb things. Ooh. Most approach from the sea, dreaming of riches, discovery, or maybe just a new start, only to have their hopes dashed in an instant. First, the shoreline that once called them to them vanishes behind a dense wall of cobalt fog, crackling with arcane power. The sea rises and falls violently before unleashing torrents of crushing waves. As the survivors cling on their splintered vessels, the fog pulls back for the briefest of moments, allowing them one look at the flickering lanterns of Whaley's crewly saying goodbye just before the water pulls them down to the bottom of the breathless bay. Now that's just creepy. It's like, come to us, and suddenly they're dead. They're dead. They're gone. It's like, sorry boys, you didn't have a chance. You didn't have a chance. I can't do anything about these people. Not my people. Not my problem. Dang. Bully stops tapping. I'm here for someone else entirely. I feel my satchel against my thigh. It puts me at ease, although I would rather have it on me. From there, I could fire 3 kunai into 3 hearts on instinct. So she could literally be like, goodbye, you guys are dead. 3 kills without a thought. Where it is now, I'd have to think a little. I look up just in time to see a man come through the front door. He is flanked by 3 guards in their battle dress. Well, that makes it easy. I wonder which one I'm supposed to kill, I mock. Bully laughs. He could still do that, even without a tongue. Oh my god! I feel so bad. That must suck. Legit cut his tongue out. Ow. It sounds a little weird, but it's real. He shakes his head again, and does the thing he always does. With a series of hand movements and head nods, he tells me to try and do my business outside of this, after they leave his establishment. You know I can't promise that, I say to check my satchel and turn towards the din of the tavern. I pause at the doorway and turn back to him. I'll do what I can, I say before lifting the mask over my face, so it's like, I don't mind them seeing me, but if they saw me laughing at them, I think it would be just too much. Oh my god, I love your personality. My god, girl. The guy with the guards is my people, a high councilman from Puboy, a place not far from the Kinku Order. But like many, he sold out his people to the invaders for gold and safe passage to Relay and beyond. So now he is my problem. That's so mean. Of course, High Councilman, because he literally sold out his people for money in order to just give himself his own benefit. Because he had power, because he was able to do that and get whatever the heck he wants. But this is as far as he will get. Sure, I could have taken him out and sleep in the inn, or when they made camp along the road to Relay, but where's the fun in that? I want him to taste the salt air. I want him to feel a sense of relief before the end comes. But I also want the others to see him pay for his crimes and know that this will not stand. So she wants to make an impression, saying, hey, this is gonna happen to you too if you do what this boy does. Actions have consequences. I approach without sound. His hands are shaking as he raises a mug of ale to his lips. His guards stand to his defense when they notice me. I'm impressed. She's impressed that they actually noticed her. Nice to see manners around here for a change, I say with a smile they cannot see. What's your business, girl? One of them asks through a plate of pitted and tarnished steel. Him, I say, pointing with my kama. It glistens with hues of the magic it is forged in. He is my business right now. The guards draw their weapons, but even before they can step towards me, they disappear in a thick ring of blinding smoke. The kunai begin to fly, hitting their targets with a satisfying flesh and bone. Thunk. Whoa! 1, 2, 3. Footsteps. I send 2 more kunai in that direction, a clang of metal followed by a thunk, thunk, and then ricocheting into the walls. More footsteps. Aw, you're gonna bleed, I call out, flinging a single shuriken from my hip and flipping across the room following in its wake. I break through the smoke and see the last guard splayed out on the ground next to the door. The 3 pongs are lodged in his windpipe. Oh, that's pain. I could see his chest rising and falling ever so slightly. I grab him by the collar, raise him up, just to be sure. Almost, I whisper. At that moment, I hear a gurgling behind me. I turn to see the councilman through the receding smoke, bleeding out on the floor. His eyes are open, darting back and forth across the tavern, wondering what just happened. He looks so peaceful now. Dang! Oh my god! So you know what I like about her is like, she's like, if someone else bothers somebody else, she's like, oh, that's not my business. I'll let somebody else handle it. But when you bother her or her people, that's when she gets involved. I also love her personality, very rebellious, very roguish. It really does fit her whole rogue assassin, not even just look, but like overall like character. So her and KDA. Now, I actually want to watch part of KDA right now to see Akali in it because now I can get a better sense of her overall as a character. But as you guys do know, I'll be re-reacting to all the music videos and everything to have a totally different perspective on it now that I know more about the characters. But I really want to see her in KDA right about now. But wow, at the age of 14 she became this rogue assassin, but I really liked her philosophy where it's like, she was trained to be a certain way. That's who she should be. I also like how the Ionians and how everyone who were part of the order didn't really make a ruckus or a big deal that she wanted to be this way. In a way, they just were like, oh, she's gonna do it anyway. Like, she's gonna do whatever she wants. We might as well just let her leave, and possibly this will lead her back home, but it'll be up to her to decide. So I'm very excited to learn more about her within the game, hear her voice lines, and that's going to be a totally different series from League of Legends Champ Tales, because Champ Tales is more about the lore, reading out the lore, learning more about it. But Akali, dang. Actually, I could see this from where she is within the the parlor and the bar and everything, and jumping in and destroying everyone. Dang girl, legit the best one. There she is. There she is. I could see that she has more of that tomboyish type of personality. Even in this. Well, there she is. Oh my god, she has her mask on. I'm getting a totally different feeling for this. Like, and she is the one. Yeah, she's the one that glows in the dark. Oh my god, yes. Oh, Ari, my girl. I am totally, yeah, see, she's the one that has the paints. I still have to do this. Look at you. Akali. Like, I remember seeing fan art of this without even knowing what the heck League of Legends is, and now I'm just like, wow. And I get it now, she is the rogue. She has gone rogue, she is the rebel, and this is why she does the spray paint. I get it now. Okay guys, so thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of League of Legends Champion Tales. This was all about Akali. Each and every single one of the champs are going to be having their own episode because I feel like that's much better to celebrate them separately, to discuss more about them, to also have conversations in the comments just about their character. So if you guys main as Akali, if you love her, if you know anyone who mains as Akali, give them a shout out, tell me what you love about her, because this is all about her in general. And what I also would love to start doing for these League of Legends Champion Tales is also doing like top 10 reasons, top 5 reasons, bring that back to the channel of why you love these characters, so then I could read aloud your answers during this time when this episode is airing. So she is so cool. I want her mask. Like, that is literally such an awesome mask, but this must have been fun. I mean, to animate too, because if you love your champ and you see them, like they said, like when I was like learning about Ari and like the behind the scenes and everything, they even said, like the creators said, like when you see your favorite champ within these types of cinematics, you feel closer to them. Like you say, oh my god, I know who that is. So whenever you watch these cinematics, totally different feeling. I can't wait to start doing that. I have to catch up to mainly all the other cinematics as well. So right when I'm done with watching like everything that is related to League, even though that's gonna be like impossible to catch up on, I will do re-reactions to all the cinematics, having a better feel of who in each and every single one of these champions are. So you guys can stay tuned for that. But Akali, absolutely adore you. Your personality is what a lot of people are like, should not just necessarily look up to, because you know she's more like a rebel and everything, but also look up to her courageous side, look up to how she stood up for what she believes in, and that's how people should be in real life too. So hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode of League of Legends Champion Tales. I absolutely love doing these series because I get to discuss the characters, I get to learn about them and their lore, but also I get to discuss them with you and make it a very interactive experience as you follow along with me, react with me, as you see on the back of the screen and everything. So hope you guys did enjoy. Be sure to check out all the links in the description down below for more exclusive content. Support us on Patreon and everything else that I usually say. But anyway guys, you stay weird, you stay wonderful, and you stay awesome, my friends. And until the next video, embrace your inner fangirl and your inner fanboy every single day. Bye guys.